In this video, I will talk about cost-effective, very simple steps towards a better health and longevity. So it is very easy to implement, and I hope it will work for anybody because it's really not expensive procedures and not expensive medications. As always, I recommend you to download this presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. Go to the references, to the sources of information, make your own research, and then you can probably contribute to this research also. So to my surprise, among my friends, not many people want to live a few hundred years. It's actually strange enough, because to be healthy and to live longer, I think it's a lot of fun, but nevertheless, this is the situation. So this is why I make this video, to give people some hope that with very little very little change in the lifestyle, and they can get some much better improvement in the much better health and improvement in the lifespan. Let's go. So the goal of my project is to achieve radical improvements in health and lifespan extension. However, I understand that radical changes in the diet and lifestyle required for this goal may be considered too difficult by many individuals. Also, the current social security system is supposed to support non-working retirees only for 10, maybe 20 years, not for centuries. Therefore, here I propose straightforward solutions which is affordable for anyone to get better health and reasonable lifespan extension, like maybe 10, 20, 30 years. It is very easy and very cheap. Even in developing countries, some farmers can afford it. This approach involves the regular use of cost-effective pharmaceutical drugs as well as treatments and procedures that do not necessitate the drastic changes of one's diet and lifestyle. However, if individuals are willing to achieve further improvements in health and lifespan, this could be done too, also in small steps, so going further and further. So, in this presentation, I review scientific publications and medical trials to identify the most cost-effective solution for enhancing health and life extension. As a first step, I suggest the daily consumption of antibiotics doxycycline or aminocycline in sub-therapeutic doses. It is only 20, maximum 50 milligrams per day. And these drugs are well known for their anti-inflammatory effects in such small doses, and they also have impact on the gut bacterial community microbiome. For instance, doxycycline can decrease the abundance of pathogenic bacteria and the production of toxins by these bacteria, all without affecting beneficial bacteria. Over time, this could potentially reduce the increased permeability of the gut, or so-called leaky gut syndrome, and alleviate symptoms of inflammatory bowel disease. So I was talking in my videos a lot of this leaky gut syndrome. So it is that when toxins and some pathogens and foreign proteins can go to your bloodstream, mostly to the lymph, and then from lymph to the bloodstream. So the next step could be introduction of regular intake of antihypertensives, also in subtherapeutical doses. Mixing antibiotics with antihypertensives in therapeutical doses may cause hypotension, so it is abnormally low blood pressure, so you have to be very careful in it. So only small doses. So, and okay, there are many classes of hypertensives, including some diuretics, angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, angiotensin receptor blockers, calcium channel blockers, beta blockers, and potassium channel openers. So quite many drugs are available. So, and this angiotensin receptor blockers appears to be the more effective than this calcium channel blockers and also other this angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors and beta blockers. The most frequently used this antihypertensives is losartan and irbesartan. Is a cheap, very easy available, or that's you don't need prescription for this mostly. So research shows that anti-hypertensive medications may reverse intestinal dysfunction and and improve gut dysbiosis. It is quite amazing how that antihypertensives can modulate your gut health. In combination of doxycycline and losartan inhibits aortic elastic degradation and radically extends the lifespan of mice with Marfan syndrome. It is mice deficient in elastin fibers compared with untreated mice. Of course, it is not healthy mice, but yet again it shows importance of that elastin degradation, and we have to take care of the elasticity of our blood vessels. So you see the quite many antihypertensive drugs are available, and losartan, for example, is very cheap, very easy available. And if we check how this combination of doxycycline and losartan works, it is reducing the elastin breaks in this elastin deficient mice. So, but also elastin is breaking over time. And in the elderly, this is very important. So doxycycline itself is improving elasticity of the blood vessels, but combination doxycycline and losartan works even better. So it is the experiments were done with mice, so it is not very clear. There was no clinical trials, but I believe self-experimentation can be relatively safe if to use the subtherapeutical doses and go in steps again and introducing new and other supplements and medications slowly in steps. So you see that again that this elastin deficient mice, they live relatively short life, but doxycycline increase the maximum lifespan quite dramatically. In combination of doxycycline and losartan, it's actually there was no the mice were living long, very long, so it's much longer than maximum lifespan of this elastin deficient mice. So it is really some radical lifespan extension in mice, and how it will work for humans it is not very clear, but there are many positive effects on health and cardiovascular health in humans too. So also studies suggest that potassium channel openers such as minoxidil, diazoxide and pinacidil, okay, sorry for my pronunciation, may induce elastin production, elastin fibers production, improve arterial structure and function, or the organ perfusion. Okay, you can go to the publications, you can see it's really these substances improve elasticity of the blood vessels and also elasticity of the extracellular matrix. Oral minoxidil was used in doses from 0.25 to 5 milligram daily in clinical trials, and as treatment of alopecia. Okay, and of course it is not for to extend longevity, but alopecia is related to stiffening of the extracellular matrix, so it is certainly relatively safe because it was used for long and there was no visible side effects. So currently the recommended dosage in patients for the treatment of symptomatic hypertension is 5 milligram once daily. So it works for alopecia, but also it can be used for hypertension, so as anti-hypertensive drug. So 5 milligram is relatively safe, okay, but if it is below, then it is even better. So oral minoxidil, that's for year in dosage 0.25 25 milligram resulted in mean reduction in systolic, in diastolic blood pressure in observational study involving 100 women. Okay, so you can go to this clinical trial. You see that it works. It works. Oral minoxidil works. Problem that oral minoxidil is not available without prescription. So only that's for topical treatment is no problem to buy. And they are relatively expensive. The minoxidil is relatively expensive. So I cannot recommend this, but okay, losartan is cheap. Okay, these potassium channel openers are typically reserved for the use in patients who have not responded to other classes of antihypertensive drugs. Okay, so again, there was no clinical trials to research longevity of humans, but certainly it can work again in combination with also with this doxycycline and minocycline. Okay, so you see the structure of this channel openers, potassium channel openers, and then okay, so what minoxidil is quite popular. There are several herbs that have been studied for their potential to lower blood pressure, and they can be used as adjunctive therapy in the treatment of hypertension. And then it includes some list of some herbs, and the use of garlic, for example, aged garlic, so-called black garlic, for treating arterial hypertension has been widely recognized, while the only minor side effects have been reported. So it's very easy. You see cheap supplement, cheap natural substance like garlic can help. Experts believe that garlic's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties may further contribute to improvement of the endothelium function and the reduction of blood pressure. So tea and the water extracts of Centella asiatica, also called gotu kola, promote angiogenesis, it is new blood vessels, and increase elasticity of the blood vessels and skin also. If it is topically applied, it is improving the elasticity of skin. If it is tea and water extracts, it is can improve elasticity of the blood vessels. Also, very relatively safe the natural substance. This okay, you see, and you can make this water extracts yourself again. But of course you have to do this self experimentation slowly and cautiously with supervision of your medical professionals, of your physician. Also, there are natural supplements that may be used in the treatment of hypertension, which is coenzyme Q10, potassium chloride, magnesium sulfate, other salts of magnesium such as magnesium taurate, melatonin. I was talking a lot about melatonin, it's quite useful, and vitamin C, of course, we need vitamin C. Levels of melatonin produced by pineal gland in our brain at night decline gradually over the lifespan, and you can go to my presentation and see that I believe that keeping melatonin, supplementing melatonin just before the bedtime or at night, it's very helpful for rejuvenation. It is for growth of muscles, it is for better sleep. It is to decelerate aging also. So research shows that melatonin is efficient in reducing hypertension and with minimal side effects. Okay, so you can go it through. I use it myself and I'm quite happy. At least it improves skin conditions if it is applied topically, and if you take a supplement, oral supplement, it improves your sleep. Its antioxidant properties may help to protect vascular endothelium cells from oxidative stress, further contributing to its antihypertensive effects. Ascorbates can stimulate the production of elastin by fibroblasts and smooth muscle cells. Vitamin C supplementation resulted in significant reduction of blood pressure in patients with hypertension. So again, you can go to the sources of information read in more details. So magnesium is people mostly deficient in magnesium, and if you are deficient in magnesium, you have not so good sleep. You have this accelerated aging actually. So it's important to use magnesium in your as a daily supplement. It is cheap and easy. It is important to keep in mind that natural supplements can interact with antihypertensives and can have side effects. Okay, of course, for example, magnesium sulfate can is some soft can lead to diarrhea, for example. But it's again, it is not a problem if you not overdose it. Therefore, the introduction of any natural supplement has to be done in steps with slow increase in the doses. And also, as I said, minoxidil can be used topically because it is not available without prescription for oral intake. At older age, people already have excessive number of senescent cells. So according to the Mayo Clinic protocol, women should take oral physitin at doses 20 milligram per kilo of body weight 2 days in a row with 1 month's break in between. Okay, so for males it is more because prostate gland absorbs physitin so well and fast, so it is exactly up to 1500 milligram per day for men. And then again, you can go to this my presentation and video to get more information. And again, unfortunately, but physitin is not expensive. It's not expensive, and it also gives some moderate lifespan extension. You see that these experiments with mice and addition of physitin to the diet improve and extended moderately extended lifespan of all the mice. Or mice already started the physitin was introduced already in all the age of the mice, and then you see it already extended, if you count from this, extended more than 40% the lifespan of the mice. So you see this. Okay, the physitin is easy, and it is intermittent in intake of the physitin. It is only once a month, 2 days in a row, easy to use. While I don't consider a radical change to a ketogenic diet, I may recommend eating high quality butter, a high fat cream, butter or fatty cheese in the morning with tea or coffee to trigger the bile release from the gallbladder with toxins accumulated during the night in the gallbladder. Calcium in dairy products may increase fecal excretion of bile acids, oxalate, and toxins. Of course, this is why I recommend this dairy product at morning. So it is fat in butter and high-fat cream and fatty cheese improves the release of these toxins, for expelling of toxins from your body. But additionally, you need calcium, and calcium will stop this consumption of oxalates in tea, in coffee, for example. So again, in conclusion, subtherapeutic doses of doxycycline, like 20 or from 20 to 50 milligram daily. Most people have no side effects at all. So I take regular doxycycline 25 milligram at morning. You can take it twice a day, at morning and evening, and it will be in total 50 milligram. Doxycycline is available without prescription. It's easy to buy and cheap. And also losartan, again available without prescription. You can buy it, and in small doses. It's 5 milligram, and maybe again you first to start with doxycycline, and then you introduce losartan. So and also melatonin, no problem. I see no problem. You can use melatonin together with the substances, and also if it is not very time consuming for you, you can make water extracts of garlic, dill seeds, and Centella asiatica, this goto cola. It is also works, but there will be no miracle, but yet with very cheap and easy steps you can extend your longevity, you can improve your health, endurance of muscles and growth of muscles. So it's again, it is, I don't give the medical advice. I'm a doctor in science, but in physics and mathematics officially. So, and if it works for me, it may not work for you. So be careful in this self-experimentation. And if you go to self-experimentation and introducing these drugs and supplements, you have to do it under the supervision of medical professionals, and also what is very important, monitoring blood pressure changes. It's again what I want to also to say, that again it is yet a kind of mystery, but I don't understand it completely, but there is a fact. So hyaluronic acid is a glucosamine glycan and component of the extracellular matrix with particular high concentration in the skin. While low molecular mass hyaluronic acid is associated with inflammation, tissue injury, and cancer metastasis, high molecular weight hyaluronic acid plays a crucial role in skin hydration, plumpness, and elasticity of skin. It attracts and binds water molecules, keeping the skin hydrated and supple. Studies suggest that as we age, the body's production of this hyaluronic acid declines. This contributes to the visible signs of aging in the skin, such as wrinkles, dryness, and loss of elasticity. The exact reasons for decrease of this high molecular weight hyaluronic acid production with age are not fully understood, but probably oxidative stress and accumulation of senescent cells can be responsible for degradation of this high molecular weight hyaluronic acid and a reduction in its production. So again, it is not much known what people are doing. Injection, they do injections of this hyaluronic acid. It's I don't recommend it, but again, this hyaluronic acid, the chemical structure, it is very important for elasticity of your organs, for elasticity of your skin, to not only to stop and slow down degradation of elastin fibers, but also to add more hyaluronic acid to your extracellular matrix. So, and what is again, nature gives us examples that snake mole rats can live up to 40 years, actually longer. They are not aging at all. And compared with only 3 years of mice longevity, it is a lot. So, and also they have no, they are not getting age-related diseases such as arthritis, cardiovascular and neurodegenerative disorders, and so cancer. Snake mole rats stay immortal, almost immortal, but I mean they can be killed by predations, but by predators, and also they can starve to death, and infections can kill them, but yet again they live, they are not aging at all, and it is like a mystery. And I try to explain it, I try to get some idea about this, but it is just tentative explanation that I believe that a ketogenic diet is very important, but also somehow this ketogenic diet is, I think, a key for this, but okay, whatever. It appears that anti-inflammatory function of this high molecular weight, hyaluronic acid or high molecular mass, weight mass, may confer anti-aging effects. Again, there is idea that if we yet produce this high molecular weight hyaluronic acid similar to snake mole rats, then we will get anti-aging effects. How to do it? Fibroblasts of the snake mole rats secrete much more of hyaluronic acid, this high molecular weight hyaluronic acid, much more than humans and mice. So again, how to do it? Again, improved intestinal barrier and elevated production of mucin, and this is some gel which protects our guts, endothelium layer in our guts, in both the small intestine and colon, were related to increased production of hyaluronic acid in mice. So I believe that if we protect, I was explaining in other videos how to protect our guts, and then we may expect a higher production of this high molecular weight hyaluronic acid also in us, in humans. So reduced thickness of the mucosal layers is considered to be cause of leaky gut syndrome. And again, in my videos, I explained that fiber, which is highly recommended by official dietitians, it is not very good for because it is damaging the intestinal barrier. It is removing this mucus. It is my opinion that you have to stay away from consumption of fruits and vegetables because they have this fiber. We don't need fiber, it is my opinion, but okay, you can make your own research. I don't recommend you to stop eating vegetables and fibers now, maybe because many people stay on this vegetarian diet. It is like a new religion, and then and even with vegetarian diet, you may expect improvement in your health and in extension of in longevity if you use at least these steps what I recommend. This is what I consider next step if you go to protection of your guts. So reduce and the healthy gut barrier inhibits the shift of the gut microbiome towards the production of toxins and pro-inflammatory substances. So it is again, it is similar to doxycycline. It is this protection of, if you stay away from fibers, it is slowing down the onset of inflammation and aging. So you can go to my, I was talking a lot about this, so you can go to my video presentations and read it. So okay, snake moverets don't look very cute, unfortunately, but they lived so long. Again, it's in very hot conditions, in very heavy and with very high metabolic rate, which is much compatible with mice, but mice lives only 3 years, and the snake moverets in the wild they live 40 years, or maybe they can live longer. It was interesting, they die sometimes not from infections or predations, they die just getting tired of this life, and they stop eating and die from starvation. This is without any visible cause of the degradation of the body. They just stop eating. But again, this is why many people don't want to live too long, because they consider life is full of suffering, and it's not worthwhile to live a few hundred years. It is only more suffering. But okay, at least you can improve your health and reduce the level of your suffering. So let's go to monitoring of your health. In my videos I was talking about this, how to make it easy and affordable for anyone, okay? So what we can do, resting heart rate, that's in blood pressure, especially pulse pressure, that is the difference between systolic blood pressure and diastolic blood pressure, can be used as surrogate measures of cardiovascular system aging. So you can go to my videos, you can get more details about this. It is again for measuring of blood pressure. It is the device, is the sensor of this blood pressure is so cheap. It is $5 maybe $10 in other countries, but here it is very cheap. So in generally, this pulse pressure increases with age, and pulse pressure greater than 40 millimeters of mercury is unhealthy and can be considered as independent marker of cardiovascular risk. A normal resting heart rate for adults ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute, and if it is below 60, it means a more efficient heart function and better cardiovascular fitness. For example, well-trained athletes might have a normal resting heart beat rate closer to 40 beats per minute. In conclusion, suppression of what we see, if we suppress the development of so-called inflammation, which is what I was talking, taking these supplements and using the physitin, for example, also not easy and cheap procedure. And also, if you go further in steps to change to carnivore diet or ketogenic diet, it even helps even more. So here you can go to my presentation, but this slide from my presentation again. So this pulse pressure, you see, it is rising almost exponentially with age, and so you can estimate with measurements of your blood pressure in millimeters of mercury, you can estimate your biological age of your cardiovascular health. Of course, here we see groups of people. There are some hypertensive groups, hypertensive people, and some very well-trained athletes. They have different, but okay, at least some estimation. If you see, and at least you see that if you the pulse pressure is dropping, it is clear indication of rejuvenation of your cardiovascular system. Also, mortality is reduced if heart rate is dropping. If it is below 60, you see it is very low in comparison with this more than 90. It's again, it shows you the heartbeat rate, very important measure also, and very important indication of your health. Okay, so again, what I propose, daily intake of doxycycline or minocycline. Doxycycline is cheaper, I believe, and also more efficient. In subtherapeutic doses, it is 20 to 25 milligram per day, combined with regular intake of antihypertensives also in small doses, have a potential to improve health of the gut barrier. Interesting that antihypertensive drugs can improve your gut health. Interesting, but okay, this is how it works. It is also reducing level of inflammation in the elderly. Regular intake of fermented dairy products may further improve health and extend longevity. I was talking about this, this is a way to protect your guts. So if you take this probiotic and prebiotics, it is helping to keep your guts healthy. Then again, it is quite next step, maybe advanced step, maybe not many people will follow it, but will do it. But following a ketogenic diet with increased intake of the fermented dairy products can be the next cost-effective steps in the right direction. This is what I started to do, and it's quite interesting. And especially if you combine this fermented dairy products with whey protein, you see that your muscles will grow. You see that you will sleep better. So it is each very also easy and cheap step. At least maybe not to consume too much of this fermented yogurt or whatever you take, or cheese, but even some amount it will help to improve your gut health. And again, because the elderly already have excessive number of senescent cells, and intermittent intake of quercetin, according to the Mayo Clinic protocol, it is very ill. So once a month, 2 days, you take quercetin, 1,500 milligram per day for men and 1,000 milligram per women. It's enough, and it will, of course, it will not kill all senescent cells. Quercetin is not reducing number of senescent cells in all organs, but at least it is something what will keep your body more healthy and less inflamed. So again, such changes in lifestyle are affordable to anyone, even in developing countries. Any farmer can afford to buy this doxycycline and this losartan. Why not? Why not to try? So, and okay, let's in further, I will go into details of my proposals, and with all references to literature, so you will see that I'm not inventing it. I just read and review scientific publications, I think, and some ideas has to be proven in clinical trials, but it seems to me reasonable what I propose. Reasonable, affordable, cheap, and easy. So up to you what to do. But again, if you do self-experimentation, try to make this blood pressure measurements, and be in contact with your physician also to see the changes in your health. Okay, that's all for short introduction, and I will go in more details in longer video which I upload, and it will be available this Saturday. Okay, take care. Ciao ciao.